Hi, East High School. Welcome to our special PBS edition of Tower TV. Hope you all had a good Goblin weekend.
Alright guys, so there are some issues that our PBS team wants us as Tower TV to talk to you guys about, so that's what this show is going to be all about.
Speaking of new topics, tell me about this awesome new shirt you have, Connor.
Well, Mark has a story for college-bound seniors about how you can get your own.
The purpose of these t-shirts is to celebrate our seniors. They have come a long way since their freshman year, and applying to college and getting all of that stuff done with their transcripts and GPA, we just wanted to celebrate them. So what we do for our seniors is we encourage any senior that gets an accepted letter in the mail to bring it to Student Services, to their counselor. We will make a copy of it, and then you will get a accepted t-shirt. This is what it looks like in the front and the back. And we hope that you would let us come into your class some hour and celebrate you in front of your classmates.
Acknowledging a classmate that has been the first to be accepted to college. So, Allison Boltman, congratulations. Congratulations. And this is your accepted college-bound per Golder Pride. So you guys, you get your acceptance letters. Make sure you let Miss Elmore know.
We also will put you, ask for permission to get a picture of you with your accepted t-shirt on and your letter, and we're going to put it on a bulletin board.
Wow, I can't wait to get my own accepted t-shirt.
We know you guys all ate good this weekend for Thanksgiving, but we're going to talk about some food here at East. We're going to talk about the free food pantry and how it can help students here. Here are Vicki and Bridget with the scoop.
Did you know East has their very own food pantry? It is run by Miss White and the Food for Thought Club. Their goal is to improve food access for East High School students and their families who experience homelessness, financial hardship, hunger, and inadequate nutrition. We talked to Claire and Gino, members of the club, to find out more about this program for students.
So the food pantry was started last year at East by the Food for Thought Initiative and Rowan. Their goal is to help students and families who don't have the resources to get food have more availability to get it here at East. It's run by Food for Thought Club. We meet Tuesdays at lunch in Miss White's room.
So this is the free food pantry. It's open every day for students who need to come grab a little bit of extra food. We've got backpacks in there. We've got pretty much anything you need. And then if you need more food, something more substantial, we have the closed food pantry, which is open Fridays from 2:30 to 4. And that's on the second floor near staircase D. So there are a lot of different options for you to grab food, so just help yourself.
Signing off from Tower TV, this is Vicki.
And Bridget. Wow, speaking of positive forces, have you heard about the new BRT team?
Yeah, so the BRT team, or the Behavioral Response Team, is a group of teachers that go around the school and help solve problems before they get to a high level.
Cam and Jalen have the scoop.
All right. Can I talk to you for a sec? So what's going on? I heard you and a student's having an issue right now.
No, I was just playing with him.
Well, you know we don't accept bullying at the school, right?
Yeah.
So we got to make sure we're not doing that. We got to make sure everybody's safe and everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing in classroom. Bullying is not acceptable here. All right. So make sure that you're not bullying, or I'm gonna have to take you with me. All right.
Now we are going to turn our attention to more serious matters. Here in Tower TV, we want to ensure a safe environment for the rest of East High School.
So recently the student climate surveys told us that at East High School there's a big problem that not many people have addressed here, and that's that we have a problem with bullying. Here's Jackson with some statistics.
So last spring, students at East High School, about 200 students at East High School filled out the climate survey here at East. And in general, students really reported that they felt safe at East, but when we looked closer into the bullying and harassment pieces of that survey, we started to notice some trends that we really want to take a look at and address this year. So as far as bullying, 51% of students either agreed or strongly agreed that students are experiencing bullying at East High School. 43% of students either agreed or strongly agreed that harassment is going on at East High School based on a student's disability. 36% agreed or strongly agreed that harassment is happening based on a student's gender, identity, or expression. 69% agreed or strongly agreed that harassment is happening based on somebody's physical appearance, and 40% reported harassment happening because of race or ethnicity. So when we look at bullying and harassment is a little different in the fact that it's happening to a group of students that is a protected class, so race, gender, identity or gender expression, disability, those are all categories considered to be a protected class. So it moves from bullying to harassment when it's happening to students in those categories. We also had a chance to look at the number of bullying or harassment incidences that has happened this year at East High School. This year we have 18 recorded behavior events that are coded as bullying. Last year we had 29 for the entire year. So in this first quarter at East High School, we've had 18 so far, compared to 29 from last year. So again, it's another indication that the numbers are definitely not where we want them. We want them to be zero. We don't want anyone to be experiencing bullying and harassment. So it's something that we're hoping people will start taking a little bit more seriously, and that we can support each other in making this a really supportive environment.
Because bullying is a significant issue at East, it is important to know exactly what it is. Bullying is defined as unwanted, aggressive behavior that involves a real or perceived imbalance of power. The bully uses their power to control or harm others. This power is not always physical and can include things like popularity or access to information about the victim. Physical bullying involves intentionally hurting a person's body or possessions. Physical bullying includes things like hitting, tripping, etc. However, it is by no means limited to the obvious and can escalate into very serious situations. Verbal bullying involves writing or saying mean things to the victim. Verbal bullying includes things like name-calling, taunting, teasing, sexual comments, etc., and can be very corrosive to a student's self-esteem. Social bullying involves hurting someone's relationships or reputation. One of the more common forms of social bullying is spreading rumors and publicly embarrassing someone, and it can do substantial long-term damage. Lastly, cyberbullying uses technology to attack the victim. It typically involves text or social media and is no less harmful than other types of bullying. It is much easier to attack the victim because it can be anonymous, and often very relentless since it continues when the student goes home. It is important to note that many physical, verbal, and social bullying cases also involve cyberbullying, making it even more serious.
I definitely think there's a bullying problem at East. I think we ignore it because we think of the stereotypical bullying that we, like cyberbullying, which does happen. And then we also think of jocks beating up nerds.
I think that just by the way they act, I think some people like to judge by their personality, the way they present themselves, whether it's by their clothes or like the things they're interested in. I think that because East has such a diversity of personalities, that might be something that somebody could get bullied for.
Being a female at East, everywhere you go, you hear like the B word and like
the
different
S slur.
Yeah, like different types of slurs and everything that are actually very derogatory towards females, and people don't realize that.
There are other forms of bullying, like if someone says something in class, like people didn't agree with it, and because of that, people went behind my back and started talking, attacking my character, saying that I wasn't the leader that they thought I was, and just coming down on me. And it was, for me, I felt isolated, as if I was being bullied. And that's unidentified type of bullying that people don't usually talk about.
I think that cyberbullying is something that is always going to be going around. I think it's hard to track down specifically, but I do think that if there's some sort of beef going around, that cyberbullying is going to happen, and it's not something that it's very easy to track, and it is something that we as a community should try to work on to fix, but I do think that cyberbullying can happen.
Bullying could be you're just playing with your friend, but also sometimes you'll say that you're just playing with them, but you're actually bullying them, so it's very hard to know where to draw the lines. Be careful what you say, because yeah, like you said, you don't realize what you're saying, but after the fact, and you think you may have aggravated someone, or you may have aggravated someone, go back and apologize, honestly, and think about, hey, if they would have said that to you, would you have liked that too? 'Cause it's just, be a good person.
At East, students can go to the behavioral response team to report any conflict in which they feel they are being bullied.
Be aware that you can report a bullying incident to any staff member. We are required to then document it and then make sure that it gets to either your grade level dean and/or assistant principal, so we can do a full investigation. But again, if you don't feel comfortable writing it out, or if there's confidential concerns that you're worried about, just seek out an adult that you feel comfortable with, and they'll make sure that they get the appropriate information to us or the grade level principal.
This can be done confidentially by talking to a trusted adult at East or filling out a bullying incident form.
And we keep bullying forms available in each of the grade level offices, and a student is more than welcome to come down at any time and pick one of those up. As well as having a student fill one out, we'd also be happy to sit down with a student if they're worried or concerned, and we could fill that out for them.
Mr. Feek believes that there will be many positive effects to this system.
Well, I think not only, if we have an environment where, harassment and bullying isn't tolerated, I think we're going to see our attendance rates go up considerably. I think students, as far as grades, will do better. Emotionally, will do better. So I think it would have a huge impact on everybody as far as their emotional well-being and so forth.
With the new BRT, the main focus is to put more systems in place to create a culture in which bullying is not tolerated.
I think overall this will help with everybody's feeling of comfort, right, and feeling of acceptance. And I think that, the more we kind of work as a community, as teachers, students, deans, everybody together, overall raises the morale for the environment here and the community here at East.
If you are being bullied, here's an illustration of how to help resolve that conflict. First, go talk to a trusted adult or fill out a bullying form. The teachers will take it from there to make sure the conflict is resolved. By coming together as a student body at East, we can help end bullying. Signing out for Tower TV, this is Devin.
And Justin.
All right, thanks for watching this special PBS version of Tower TV. We'll be back with our regular programming in December.
Keep spreading the love, East.